Here's a final look at the training camp schedule. The rookies report Saturday, then the vets get to Wofford College on Tuesday. And speaking of Wofford, our historian Mike Lissette explains how the Panthers decided on holding training camp there in the first place.
When Carolina head coach Frank Reich stopped by Wofford earlier this year, he couldn't help but notice just how much things had changed since his playing days with the Panthers.
It was interesting. He was the quarterback on the first team. So he came in and he said, wow, this is so much different.
That was back in 1995, when the Panthers were a brand new team heading into their first ever training camp.
First one was pretty hard. After the end of the first one, we weren't sure if we could do this again.
But they did. And now 28 years later, it's become a big summer tradition in upstate South Carolina. And it all began when the Panthers were just an apple in the big cat's eye.
All of it started with training camp with a note from Mr. Richardson. And the note said, Danny, confidential, going after an NFL team for the Carolinas.
Carolina would get that team in the fall of 1993. And from the beginning, Wofford wanted in on being their official training camp home. There was just one problem.
We had a lot of needs at the college.
Things like land for practice fields and better facilities to house an NFL team. And there was also competition from Winthrop, where the Panthers would conduct their first practices in the spring of 1995. But seeing how Richardson was a Wofford alum, Spartanburg was the clear favorite.
There was an important meeting late in the spring of 95, and we said, we will be ready. And Mr. Richardson said, we believe you. You better be ready.
Oh, they sure were. Within 18 months, the school raised $8 million, bought extra land, and somehow completed construction on the Richardson Physical Activities Building, a facility that serves both as a locker room as well as a place where the Panthers can hold meetings.
It was a little bit like Field of Dreams. Here is, if you build it, they will come.
They did, both the Panthers and their fans alike. And unlike some of the things Reich noticed in his return, that has not changed. Mike Lissette, Charlotte Sports Live.